Welcome to my kitchen. Today we're making a southern staple, which is chicken and sausage gravy. Some people use Slap Ya Mama or tummies, and depending on how I am, I will use and make my own seasoning as I have here. The full details on this video will be linked in the description for the blog post, but I'm just making my little bowl of seasoning ahead of time so I can prep my chicken now. You want your chicken fully covered on the top and underneath as well, so go ahead and flip it over, and then once I do the back side, I typically rub it around the dish to make sure that I have all the seasoning on the chicken skin, and then I prepare my onion and pop that in the refrigerator to marinate for as long as I can. My goal is typically 2 hours, but sometimes it's 30 minutes, sometimes it's not anything, or it's half a day. My surprise ingredient for this dish is actually this McCormick steak seasoning, and if you have not tried it in your chicken and gravy, you really should. Went ahead and chopped up all my sausage to have all together. That way I didn't have to worry about that when it was time for cooking. When I'm just doing an onion in the gravy, I typically do a range of chops for onion slicing. So I don't do the traditional way when it's strictly just an onion, but so I have a range of sizes for the gravy. It offers a different complexity to the gravy. I decided to include the glazed carrots that I had featured on Instagram, and all this is you just shave the sides and chop them up really nicely in coin-sized pieces, and we'll be browning them together. Similar to a wok clock, this is a Cajun clock. I use the highest setting on my stovetop for getting my black iron skillet hot. If you are nervous with that, go ahead and put a little bit lower. Just know that your browning time will be a little bit longer, and that's perfectly okay. Just be sure the amount of oil you use, whether you use 2 to 3 tablespoons or as much as you pour, it fully covers the bottom before you place the chicken in. This is the sizzle you want. I do an immediate stir just to be sure that the skin doesn't latch onto the bottom of the pot. Sometimes I've had trouble with that where it'll burn just that little piece of skin that gets pulled off from the chicken. So I've learned just to give it a quick stir and then let it sit for a minute. Just be sure you stay on top of the food if you have it on high heat so you doesn't burn. I am prepping my carrot dish with some oil, bringing it to high heat while my chicken is cooking. And if you know a southern dish at all, you know that it has homemade rolls to go with it. There was my beautiful rice in my rolls. And now it is time to go ahead and add in my onions and sausage. As you can see, the browning is still happening, but my chicken is ready for the add-ins. Any lost seasoning that may be on your pan that you marinated your chicken in, just go ahead and add a couple of tablespoons of chicken stock, wiggle it around, and pour it in there once your onions are becoming translucent. The add-ins is at my 10-minute mark of cooking, so if you are watching the clock and need timestamps, that is the timestamp at this point. The stickies at the bottom is very much necessary for a great gravy. So be sure you're rubbing the bottom, rubbing the sides, and you'll get this desired look and consistency. Once the carrots are super shiny and you'll feel a little softness on the outer pieces of the carrots, that's when you'll go ahead and preheat your oven, or you can do it earlier to 375, and add in your coconut sugar or brown sugar with some cinnamon, and we'll be baking those carrots for 35 minutes. Add in all of your liquids, including the water, a little bit of extra seasoning, and cover that up and let it roll for 30 minutes. Once the 30 minutes is up, you're going to add in 2 pods of shaved or planed garlic. If you like the desired thickness, you can go ahead and cover it up and turn it off and eat when ready. Or at this point, you can add in the thickened slurry that I discussed on my blog. Some people like an extra thick gravy. We prefer it without. You can't let this dish go without that homemade roll. I hope you subscribe, come back, and enjoy.